Hi everybody, welcome to my channel and welcome to Pick a Card. You can subscribe down below. This is a separate channel than the main channel. I have 4 pick a card options, well 3 really. Let me introduce this first. So today we're going to talk about clarity in unclear situations. Each pile has a ton of cards. I actually added an extra 5 cards to each pile by mistake, but I went with it because the universe was guiding me to do so. So let's just honor the energy. I want you guys to pick 1, 2, or 3 for this reading. The 4th one is a bonus reading that I'm going to do for members only. It's linked in the description. You can go and check out the video there directly. I'm not doing this to promote memberships. I guess it helps for those of you who get memberships. It's a little added bonus. But I always feel very guilty about choosing number 3 because really what it does is that it, in one way or another, my energy gets into the reading more so than I want it to anyway. Even though I try to remain objective, I see it coming in. So by doing number 4, I'm grounding my energy into 4. And with that, that reading is for anyone who wants to join with me there, but it's not going to be a part of our reading today. So I'm going to do that separately for members only. And if you want to see what I get or versus what we share together, then you can check it out there. By all means, it's open to anyone. I just didn't feel right having just 3 options and essentially having one of those options be so close to me. So now 1, 2, 3 is objective. Pick 1, 2, 3, and let's just get into it. So today's purpose is clarity in unclear situations. This is a timeless reading. However, we are filming during Mercury retrograde in Pisces, when Mercury was in the same position as Neptune conjunction, which created a lot of confusion around. And so as Mercury retrogrades back into Aquarius, we're gaining clarity into circumstances. I'm reading on the new moon in Pisces, so hopefully this will all clarify things for you guys. If you don't like the option you choose, you always have the option to come back later or choose another option at a different time. And you can choose different options for different situations. And hopefully that will clarify those circumstances for you. That's all I want to say today. And yeah, I'm excited for this reading. And thank you for your comments on my backdrop. I like it a lot as well. So you guys will see this a lot for a minute. Okay, so number 1, welcome to my channel. Let's get going. Your first card is, ooh, this is good, the 2 of Cups to start off with. So this is regarding a love situation, or a love situation is possible now. Now we see there's a possibility that this is just friendship, you know, a connection between 2 people, like-hearted companionship energy. The next message is the 7 of Wands, which is sticking up for yourself and being somewhat kind of resilient to outside opinion and outside, I'm trying to fit all the cards in, outside opinion and outside interjection. I think you're holding your own. You might be in a relationship that's criticized by others and you're defending it in order to assure that, you know, you like it a lot. So this connection that you like that maybe someone around you doesn't like, you constantly are on the defense about it. It could be also something that you like to do. The next message is the 5 of Cups. Someone's expressing sadness at the fact that you have this relationship going on, or maybe this is a person from the past or someone who's interested in you. This can also be someone who has certain expectations for you, like a mother or a father that they're projecting onto you. So there's definitely some kind of you're on the defensive here. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So this person keeps on saying things and thinking things, the evil eye, you know. When people close to us have a conviction, it's very, very hard for us because it can affect us deeply. So if you're doing something that you like and other people around you don't approve, they don't necessarily have to say anything for you to feel that, right? And then we have the Knight of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, secondary transits in air. Somebody's going to come and help you in this. Somebody's going to come and defend you in this. Somebody's really got your back. This is only going to be for a short time. In fact, I don't feel like it's a huge energy anyway. I don't feel like you're overwhelmed by the fact that you are defending. It's nagging energy. Somebody's nagging you with their bad disposition, and somebody is coming to have your back, to support you, and to in some way help you to protect the thing that you like, protect the person you like. Here is the next cards. We have the Nine of Swords. So Mars in Gemini. I have a feeling that there is a lot of bonding in your new friendship or connection that has to do with with maybe a troubled past. So somebody has a troubled past and they're talking about it, talking about their heartache and sharing. Then we have the King of Swords. So you learned this from the King of Swords, to be such a tough kind of tough person and able to protect yourself. He's a Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Secondary transits in fire, Sag, Leo, or Aries. If you're not an air sign yourself, this is someone who taught you to be strong. And also see, you've opened yourself up to a situation in which someone might be really suffering. And the reason you did that is the air sign suit is really, really compassionate on some level. In this intellectual level, the air signs really understand the plight of others and can sympathize, and it's this person who taught you how to be so open towards other people and their circumstances, and because of that you gained a friend. Knight of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Secondary transits in air. So in some way, it feels as maybe there are even two Knights of Swords, two different people that are represented in these cards. And what to me that means is that maybe you had a past relationship that left some problems that you have to defend as well. So left some problems in terms of how you feel, and you have to let those things go. Doubt about the possibility of love, doubt about the possibility of something good. And I said there may be two different Knight of Swords. So there may be the bad one and there may be the hero. And so the bad one may be pushing you or pressuring you to give up on something you love. But then there's the hero that's coming in to rescue you as well. Here is the next message. We have the Seven of Coins. So I have a feeling that this is a long-term thing as opposed to something immediate. So at this time you might be feeling a little frazzled by the circumstances. You might be feeling like, oh, what happened? This is too intense. And you might be directly confronted by someone for the choices you've made. The answer lies in the medium to long term, which means that this person's going to come in and solve things for you in the long term. So don't worry in the short term. The long term outcome will be great. Seven of Cups. So this person has a lot of different ideas. This person has a lot of different ways to affect change. This is a very creative person, a fun person. I feel like he has a great sense of humor. This might be a brother, this may be a sister, but it's definitely someone who's coming in to have your back. And I think you're holding strong. It's kind of like the king is in the castle and you need your cavalry to come in to defend you because you're under some kind of attack by people around you or a situation around you. I don't think it's mean-spirited. I literally think that somebody is triggered by what you're enjoying. They're jealous, they're hating on it. It's not necessary for you to be so worried about this situation. But I've been in that and it just dampers things, right? So you're dampered while you're trying to be there for someone else, or while you're working through deeper things with someone else that are very important to heal. So it's like, okay, stop now. I want to focus on what I'm happy about. That's your attitude. And this person just can't help it or is in denial of it, or they're just holding it in and not talking about it at all. And then this person comes in for the long term, and that's a good thing. This person's coming in to have your back. Like, leave the Seven of Wands alone. Let her do her, right? Here is the next line. We have the Eight of Coins. I love this deck. This is the Crow Tarot, I think. One of the Crow Tarot decks. There's several Crow decks, which I love because I love crows. Eight of Coins, Sun in Virgo. So this situation is going to be very unravel methodically. Like, you're going to spend a lot of time at it. You're going to perfect it. You're going to learn about it. Take your time with it, that kind of thing. Take things step by step. The next message is the Hierophant. Okay, you learned a lot to handle this situation. You've had a lot of life experiences, and in some way it's frustrating that you have to deal with this, but we all have to deal with this sometimes. So it's not, I really don't want to alarm you. I think that it's not something that's terrible. I think it's something that's fine. The next message is the Six of Coins, which is Moon in Taurus. So this person in some way, reciprocity, that's what they're upset about, that in some way the balance of power between the two of you, in which there is kind of give and take, is now being disrupted because your attention is being directed elsewhere. The next message is the 10 of Coins, loyalty and trust. It's family. And if it's not a literal family member, then it's surrogate family. I love this card. This is why I love this deck. It's so beautiful. Okay. So loyalty, it's a long-term thing. Somebody's got your back. They see your better interest. They see that letting you do what you want to do is in your best interest. It's in the best interest of everyone. The next message is the Four of Cups. So this person's going to come in and make some kind of offer. Here come the crows. So yeah, this person's going to come in and provide an offer. They're going to have an ingenious solution, like a unique solution to the circumstances. Let's see the next card. So next, the Cosmic Tarot, the Justice card. So you're going to help someone find justice in a situation. Someone was really done wrong by, something really unfair happened to someone, you know, just something that shouldn't have happened, and it's going to take a lot of work to set things back to order. But I think that you'll work it out. I don't think there's going to be a problem there forever. And I think that you're very kind to be so concerned by the situation, or it's something that you decide to finally address, like a piece of justice that you need to address for yourself. Then we have the Death card. So it's your education and expertise and discernment that is helping you to really know to draw a line in the sand with this person. Like you really know this person is not aware of what they're doing, and if they are aware, then they're not very in control of their emotions, and they're not very mindful of how their behavior is affecting you. I really sense that this is like an egotistical kind of energy where someone's wanting to have their way. I can't believe I did this. I picked 4 cards again. I'll pick in yesterday's reading. I did the same thing with the same deck. So hold on. We'll have 2 of Swords next. And so definitely you're not going to have a falling out with this person. They're going to come to peace with things. I do think that you're going to take a step back from the relationship for a while because this person is just being too much. And it's kind of like when you ask someone to stop doing something and they keep doing it anyway. At some point, you just have to take a step back. Here is the next message. You have the Moon, which is hidden feelings, and you have a lot more. The secret is that you have a lot more deeper connections with the people. Like, I don't think, how do you say this? Your support network is more profound than I think you know or the people around you know. So there is this like really a lot of loyalty and a lot of trust. This card fell out as I was trying to fill up the rest of the line. So we have the 10 of Pentacles here, loyalty and trust. This is the 10 of Pentacles and this is the 10 of Pentacles. To me, that suggests that there's a lot of trust and understanding in this situation. This person is very, very loyal to you, whoever they are. Okay, last line, I'm trying to do like a bottom line thing for you guys. So I have the Braille, and then I have the Colette Baron Reed deck, which is beautiful. It's called Spirit Animal Oracle. Yeah, we know this one. So let's start with 2 from Braille. I usually do little interpretation until I have all the cards down with this one. So we have Divine Protection, and which to me right away says that you are there like as a spirit guide, a helper for this person, or maybe they are there for you. Then we have People, which is the High Priestess energy. Very intuitive, very instinctual how you're reacting with things. You're not really allowing anything to kind of come through in an unhealthy way. And you know, like instinctually from your lessons from the King of Swords, that you can't let BS pass because this is something sacred that you're protecting. Now is a lucky time, which is the Rabbit. Okay, so I think this is a wonderful time for them as well, but they're focusing on you instead of focusing on themselves. And then we have the Sun and Hope. That's a beautiful card. So very, very strong family connection, a lot of loyalty coming out of nowhere, you know, like unexpected loyalty coming up. And then we have Laughing. So I told you this person has a great sense of humor. Look back on the video, I literally said that. That's why I love this deck, because it's so synchronistic. there's no interpretations for this deck. They are just abstract meditations, and it's really a beautiful one. So I can't wait for you until you find this person coming in. They may not be an air sign, but they're really coming in that protective energy, and there's someone who's really fussing about, but again, it doesn't mean anything against you. You have great loyalty and trust and family and friendship. And I have a feeling that you already are holding things down quite well. And kudos to you, good karma to you for being a divine angel for somebody else's protection. Or maybe you're protecting something of your own, but still that's great. Okay, so that's number 1. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And choose number 2 or 3 if you don't like this. If you want to hear my fortune, or if you want to choose number 4 for you guys, then come and join me for members only in the description, okay? I think that's a fair way to do it, because that way that clears up number 3. I'm still working on it. I just figured it out, and I'm like, I'm going to do that. Okay, so hi number 2, welcome to my channel. We have this massive stockpile of cards. Listen what I did. I picked only 4 cards again for the Cosmic Tarot. So before we start, so I don't have to interrupt, I'm going to add an extra card in, okay? So I did that yesterday's reading with the same deck. It's kind of funny, and I was telling myself not to do it. I am filming during Mercury retrograde, so here we go. All right, so clarity for this situation. Hopefully this brings you clarity and perspective. Your first message is the 7 of Swords. Okay, so moving on from a situation, number 2. And this is like getting out of harm's way. So some people call this like the theft, but I don't like it as that. I have a moon in Aquarius, and to me it's all about, and I understand this is the ruler of this card. And so what it means is like getting out of the way of trouble, like being very slippery. I'm very, very slippery, very, very slippery as a person. Not that I cause trouble. It's just I've been in circumstances where I could have been in a lot of trouble and I never got in. And not because of my own accord, but just because I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, that kind of thing. Just growing up stuff as a teenager, right? So you have the Hanged Man next. Okay, so there's a delay in a situation because you have to get away from some trouble. There's some trouble around you that's delaying things, and that's okay. You're going to learn some lessons, and it's not going to make the situation stop completely. It's just going to curb it a little bit, make it go a little bit slower for now. Queen of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in water, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So I think that because of this situation, your walls are going to go up a little bit, and maybe that's a good thing. You're going to kind of put up your walls, and in one way or another, you are going to try to protect yourself, and you're going to try to kind of make sure that everything's okay around you. I think that you were pretty goodwilling towards someone, and you let something in, and now you're cleaning house, basically. 5 of Pentacles, okay. So there's a mixed bag of emotions, because on the one hand, you're icing people out because you need to protect yourself. And then on the other hand, you really want to be social. You're a very social person who really, really likes to be with other people. So this time is particularly frustrating for you because you have to ice people out, cut people out, those kinds of things. The next message is the 6 of Pentacles. This is Moon in Taurus. So you're ready to give, and I think that you're very open to giving and having reciprocal relationships with other people. And that's okay. You have to make the sacrifice in the present moment so that you can attain this in the future, and that's what's coming for you. Okay, so next line. We have the Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, secondary transits in Earth, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Somebody was immature in a situation with you. They weren't really a bad person, but they were just full of BS. They were really, really immature. They acted in an improper way, and so you had to get out of town, get out of Yuma. Here is the next message. We have the 8 of Cups. So you have to wait until your emotions about the situation sort of change. At this time, you're probably still feeling quite upset by it, or you're bothered by it, or it's still weighing on your mind. And so the Hanged Man is really about the situation of, you know, leaving something behind emotionally, moving on from a situation, and just kind of letting things go. And then you in the situation, 10 of Swords, which is Sun in Gemini. I'm mentioning the transits for those of you who like astrology. So 10 of Swords. Okay, so there's definitely things that you need to figure out in your mind and in your emotions. You know, when you deal with immature people, they cause a big mess, right? And you can sort of get away from that situation, but there's usually some kind of you need to clean house, like I said, like clean things up, you're spending some time alone at this time in order to figure things out. The faster you do it, the better, because I have a feeling that it's very, like, kind of nonsensical why it happened, just pure immaturity. The behavior was pure immaturity, and it made you kind of have to deal with serious ideas, which is a learning lesson, and there's always an opportunity to learn and grow from that, but it's really, there was no reason for that to happen. That situation was purely immaturity, and it sort of triggered a lot of different emotions, a lot of different thoughts, and you're kind of spending some time to figure those out. But don't waste a lot of time on immaturity anyway. It's not good for you. Six of Pentacles, you know what the karma of this is that you're going to receive some really good things. Moon and Taurus, again, one of my favorite cards. It's reciprocity, which means like karmic principle of reciprocity. When you put good things out, good things come in. And so this is the kind of energy. You were depleted by some bad judgment, bad decision, and I think that now your desire is there to be with other people, and your desire is your magic. That's the motto of my channel, right? Your desire is your fifth house, the solar plexus, the desire to move forward, and this is your desire, the Five of Pentacles. You don't want to do things alone. And it's not your fault that the outside world, some other person, made decisions that were not in alignment with that. Your desire is still yours. They can't take that away. So when you get back to that, once you clear your mind, clear your emotions, that's what you're going to get. A lot of reciprocity. People are going to give back to you. And I think that you probably gave more than you received, so that you're probably going to get more now. Five of Wands. It's like, now prepare yourself for which way to choose. That's going to be the question. Which way to choose? What is the best option for you? Okay, so next line. These are so fun, huh? So we have the High Priestess. This person was intimidated by your natural intuition. That's what the trigger was. So you, very insightful person, the Queen of Pentacles. No matter what sign you are, you're very smart. And so this person was intimidated by your intuition and by you're a light worker. You know, I think everybody who watches these kinds of videos, most are light workers to some extent, different degrees of waking up. So that can be very triggering for other people. I study psychology, you know, and what I find is people who are working through things, they lash out at you often, you know, because they want you to solve their problems, and they know that they can solve them, but it's frustrating because they don't know how to figure it out. We all have tried to solve a problem in our lives, right? And so it's frustrating when we can't get it, even if it's simple, and then you look back on it once you've solved it, it's like, oh, it's quite easy. So when you're in a position of like intuition, psychology, whatever, people get frustrated with you because they want you to solve the thing that's so frustrating for them, and it's so near and dear to their hearts. So I don't get mad at that anymore. Once I figured that out, I was like, oh, they're actually just frustrated with themselves and they're projecting on me. So it's probably a little bit of the same, you know, where this person was kind of seeing you had some insight. They were trying to solve some situations in their life and they couldn't get it, so they lashed out at you. They wanted to start something new, and maybe you're doing what they wanted to start to do. Then we have the Hermit, Virgo. So yeah, there's a period of a little bit of withdrawal, to heal your emotions, to walk away. You have to reset because you gave someone a lot of time, you know, and it didn't work out. But that's a part of living. You got to try things, and you got to honor when you need downtime to figure it out. Then we have the Knight of Coins, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, secondary transits in air. So I have a feeling, yeah, you're going to be moving forward, breaking new ground. There's a loyalty energy here. So that can manifest in a person, or it can manifest in just, I don't know, the next step that you're taking in things. Then we have the King of Wands, a Sag, a Leo, or an Aries, secondary transits in fire as well. So this person is coming into, it looks like you're going to get a benefactor. A benefactor is someone who comes in and gives you money, essentially, or gives you opportunity in some way. Like I say, I feel like the karma is like depleted. Like somebody took away your karma here, and now somebody's coming in to give to you, because what you want is camaraderie. You want a social life. You want connection with other people. You're not one to turn your back on social things. And so that person choosing how they chose to behave is now, that person choosing how they chose to behave is now in some way made room, a lot of room for generosity from the King of Wands. But if anything, I think, ooh, you know what? I said to myself, I bet the next card is another court card. I was like, I bet they have a bunch of court cards lined up. King of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. I do feel like this is a very big prospect for love for you, the Knight of Coins. I'm sensing loyalty, long-term commitment, trust, but it's not the focus of this situation. It's just someone who's there, you know. So maybe you have just met them, or maybe you're dating them for a while, or maybe you're about to meet them. But this is the energy that to me seems the most like the future. There's going to be a lot of opportunities. Again, two men are very protective over you, the King of Wands and the King of Cups. The King of Cups brings you a lot of opportunities, and I think that there's a big turnaround with their part being a part of your life at this time. Here is the next message. We have the Three of Cups. So this person's going to try to come back for a reunion. I think that they know that they messed up. It's up to you to decide, but to me it seems like they caused quite a lot of damage, and if someone causes a lot of damage in your life, I don't know. It's up to you to decide whether to bring it back or not, but to me it seems like maybe more of the same. Here is the next message, King of Cups, again, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So he's with you in the whole situation. He's there watching. He's got your back. This could be a grandfather. This could be a father. This could be a friend. This could be even like a partner. And for some of you who have children, this could be your husband, and this could be your son. And the son becomes like the real like protective spirit for you as he gets older. So just there's a real sense here that there's a waiting period, you know, so it's over a long period of time. I'm talking like a decade or two. So this could easily be your husband as well, or your partner or your boyfriend. The King of Cups oftentimes represents husband to me because he's open-hearted and ready for a relationship, all that stuff. So if you're going through that introspective period, he's there. And we have the Fool next, a new beginning. Yes, this person's going to start something new, and it's going to be extremely successful. I'm getting from this person extreme loyalty. It's almost like, you know, when you see this shovel, it's like breaking ground. It's like starting a city. Imagine like going into the field and like putting like a shovel into the ground and saying, this is Varouche Town, here we go, it begins. And like 1,000 years later, it's a thriving city. So it's that kind of energy. He's starting something new. Maybe more figuratively than literally, but... Then we have the Six of Wands, success. So this person believes in everything. He's motivated by like a personal dogmatism, a personal dogma. He believes the success will rise above. Like things will, your energy and a desire for connection will rise above any kind of impermanent moments of setbacks, because life is full of setbacks. And this person sees the bigger picture, the King of Wands. He's very much a benefactor, like financially supporting you, creating a conduit through which you can manifest the energy that you want in your life. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, long-term investment. Powerful person, this King of Cups. But in some way, it's going to be almost like a smorgasbord where you have too many choices to choose from and you get kind of flustered. So you might want to prepare yourself for the many opportunities that are coming with that. Okay, so last line is kind of important. We have the Brautele, which is this awesome oracle deck, and the Colette Baron Reed Spirit Animal Oracle, which I also love. So I usually interpret this less until I get cards down, but sometimes messages come through right away. So we have being ready. Okay, so this person, this Page of Swords, is going to come back and say, I'm ready. I'm so ready for you, baby. I've learned my lesson. I grew up. I'm just telling you, all I see here is troubled waters, so you decide for yourself. The next message is manifesting. Yeah, King of Cups, manifesting. That combination is intense. So you need to heal the heart and really do a turnaround and spend some time alone in order to connect with this energy and manifest through it. There's a real potential for you to bring something in your life that's very, very just symbolic or intense. It's just that the connection between you and the King of Cups is going to manifest something, and he is the primary driver of that energy. He's seeing the long-term potential. There's some really long-term potential things going on with this reading. We have the porcupine spirit, time for a beginner mind. So sometimes we get ahead of ourselves. We have the Fool here. This is really great. And this may be a part of yourself as well, you know, the Knight of Pentacles. Time for a beginner mind. With the channel, I constantly have to take a step back and be like, okay, back off on the astrology. Like, there's people who have never done astrology who want to watch too. So it's like, take a step back. And just doing the readings, I'm always kind of like, trim it back, because, you know, it's so easy for me to go off on a tangent and be like, end up on Nibiru or something discussing, I don't know, porcupines. So we have this beginner state of mind. Get back to the beginner state of mind. You're beginning something new, and it's after accepting the fact that something, you have to criticize yourself. You have to edit down your ideas so that you can begin a new path. This is this has turned into a really positive line of like success and prosperity in a new direction. Then we have journeying. Okay, so there's going to be a big journey in front of you. The King of Wands is going to open up doors for you that are like beyond. So this is the Chariot card, because the first 21 cards are the trump cards. They're aligned. So this is the Chariot card, and so this is moving forward. This person's providing avenues through which you can express yourself and be yourself and grow beyond your current borders. The next message is writing, number 32. So there's definitely some kind of a long-term goal here. You need to choose a path here, and if you're literally writing something, you need to choose something. You need to choose your words specifically. So if you want to have kids, don't keep on reinforcing that you're going to school. Maybe you can do both, but pick your top 3 things and say those things over and over again. Stop talking about like tangent things, speaking of tangents, that are distracting from your core energy. So put down your words over and over again in the same direction. You're going to have a wonderful outcome. That's a really beautiful reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. I'm going to move on to do number 3, but if you want to choose a different one, do 1 or 2. I also have number 4 for members. I decided to do that so that I can put my energy into that one. So that one's for me and for anybody else who wants to join me in that. So number 3 is now a clear reading. Hi, number 3. Welcome to my channel. I don't choose 3 anymore. That was my announcement at the beginning in case you just popped in. The reason for this is that I did a number 4, and that's going to be in the members only section. And yeah, I like it that way, because then I can ground my energy into 4 and see what's happening for me and whoever wants to join me at 4. And number 3 can be free and clear for whoever wants to enjoy that. It's kind of a fair way to do it, in my opinion. These are very long, so I hope you enjoy it, but the cards are really smooth and the reading's good. So you have the 4 of Pentacles. So this is a timeless reading, but this may have begun around Capricorn season. So this is when the sun is in Capricorn, January to December to January. Maybe some vertigo there, things going backwards. We are in retrograde season when I'm recording this. So we have the 8th, the Strength, the Leo card. Okay, so there's a little bit of a push and pull in this situation between 2 people. One person maybe even turning their back as somebody said no to a situation, or somebody's not ready for a situation. I don't have a feeling that this is a bad thing. I think that this is just 2 people going in 2 different directions for now. It's kind of pressure on this person to open up. I do feel like it's time for this person to open up a little bit, and I have a feeling that this person their relationship with this person is putting pressure on this person to kind of do more or give more. And then we have the Magician, okay? So the Magician energy is really great. I have a feeling that there's going to be somebody coming in with a correction, which means that this person's going to come in to help this person open up. So I feel like these two people are in some way trying to positively affect someone else, but this person's healing something. They still feel like the need to kind of withdraw or hold on to something for themselves. The next message is the Fool, okay? And so the Fool is a new beginning. The Magician is going to create a new beginning for someone here. I have a feeling, and I don't mean to call you out, that you're this person that's sort of withdrawn and somebody's pressuring you in different directions. So the Magician is going to step in, and they are going to draft out a new opportunity. I feel like it's a third way. You know how they say there's one way and there's a second way, and sometimes a third way is offered? The Magician is providing this. The next message is the Knight of Cups. A Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, secondary transits in air. Why didn't I choose this? It's a good one. So I have a feeling that maybe turning down one relationship and another one is going to happen. And you might get actually hooked up or introduced to this person by the Magician, who's someone around you who has this person probably has a very big network. So to me it seems like maybe you turned someone down. Maybe their desire for you was just too baseline, like too physical, not enough more energy, and so you turned your back. You were like, no, I don't want this. And then this person comes in, and the energy in general is trying to pull you out of your house, pull you out of your secluded state, and offer you something new. The Knight of Cups is coming through. He always wants to make an offer, but not to everyone. I mean, he's coming up as the Knight of Cups for you. So this is someone who's going to be interested in you. This is someone who wants to know you, someone who likes you a lot. The next message is the Eight of Swords. So you feel guilty about the fact. Maybe you're thinking like, why did I give up on this opportunity? Maybe there won't be another one. So there's like, at the current time, there may be some doubts in your mind about this situation. There may be doubts in your mind about like turning someone down. The next message is the Ace of Cups, a new beginning. So this person was offering to you a new relationship, but in some way it karmically was like the necessary step. So you had to turn them down in some way because that was in line with your karma. You know, like whatever happened between you and this person, it was like maybe you didn't turn people down before, and maybe that landed you in a lot of hot water, and maybe this is the time when you learn a lesson. Sometimes when people are very generous emotionally, they like do what other people want them to do, but they don't want to do it themselves. So I feel like that energy, that you're kind of self-conscious about, you know, just saying no to something, saying no to somebody, and an offer. But I feel like that's exactly what you needed to do to kind of, because you usually do the opposite thing and it backfires. So good for you. It's a new emotional beginning for you as well. The Hanged Man. So the Magician is around. He's always around. He's always in some way there for you, has your back. And so I think that that person's not going anywhere. This person is still around, still watching out for you. The Five of Coins is next. So there's a new beginning. I think that maybe a part of the new beginning has to do with like somebody who really wants to settle into a family ultimately. Maybe not immediately, but I think that somebody is very motivated by the desire to be in a traditional marriage. They don't want to go at things alone. They want a partner in crime. So I think this Knight of Cups has that disposition. So rather than passion, now you're going for like camaraderie, family kind of stuff. You're not looking for just intimacy. You're looking for something deeper, a deeper connection, and you're expecting that person to kind of give that, and you're kind of going to meet people like that now. The next message is the Six of Wands, victory and success. So I feel like this is really closing a chapter for you with regard to some circumstances in your life. And what I mean by that is, like, again, you had that you went for things too quickly in the past. You went for people who were maybe, how do you say, like they just wanted some things, they just wanted fun. They didn't want to think about serious things. And I think that now you're kind of changing your gears and you're going towards relationships that are going to be, there's more there. There's like a need there. They don't want to be alone in life, so they want a good partner. And so I think that that's what the energy that you're going to get, and that's the success of the situation. And you can't formulate that. What the heart wants, the heart wants. And so finally, when you get to that level, it's like a good thing. It's like you had your fun, you had your youth, great, and now it's time to kind of smarten up. Okay, so we have the Crow Tarot. I love this. The Knight of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. To me, it comes from a place where somebody actually hurt you, your feelings, where someone actually hurt your feelings with words, and in some way you're still healing that. In some way you don't feel like, you know, at Valentine's Day, you're probably one of the people like, I don't want a Valentine. I don't want anything. The next message is the Knight of Wands, a Sag, Leo, or Aries. So yeah, it feels like somebody came through with a very quick offer for passion, for love, for kissing, you know, just having fun, having romance. That offer came through, but I have a feeling that you turned your back on it. It was just, it didn't feel right. Like it didn't feel like the right situation. 10 of Wands next. So this person is in your life. Maybe this is you who has so many responsibilities, and maybe that's why you can't be so carefree with people. That's why you have other things to worry about. But I also feel like there's someone around you who has a lot of responsibilities, who has your back. The next message is the Eight of Swords. That's the same card as here. So the Eight of Swords, problem solving, trying to find the right situation. So there will be a period of adjustment. There's going to be a period of adjustment when you figure out the exact formula of what kind of person you want. Maybe you went for one type over here. It looks like a fire type person. Maybe some water, fire, water, passion, romance, fun, adventure. So you need to figure out what kind of person you want over here. And I think that that's the Eight of Swords. You're figuring out your perfect guy. But guess what you got? The Star, you lucky, lucky girl or boy. So the Star, destiny, victory, success. If this is not like your forever somebody, then it's someone who in some way is reflective of the change within yourself. So they are a part of that. I made a mistake and I picked 4 cards instead of 5. I did this yesterday too, so I have to add a card from the deck. So we're going to see that one last. I did the same thing with the same deck yesterday. I think it's funny. Okay, so here we go. Mercury retrograde. So we have the Two of Wands. Okay, vision, perception. Somebody really shocked you with their character, the Knight of Swords. It might be an air sign, it could be anyone. Somebody shocked you with their character and it made you change your perspective about people and what you're willing to have around you. So yeah, it was uncomfortable as a situation, but it was like, oh, I can't really mess around with people like that. Those kind of people can really cause damage. Those kinds of people are really dangerous. And it kind of made you open up. You woke up. Then we have the Ace of Wands, which is a new beginning, an exciting new beginning. 2 aces. This person's moving anyway, the fire sign. So they're moving, changing jobs, changing work. But yeah, definitely a very, very strong libido kind of energy. The next message is the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a person who has either a strong job or they are in some way connected to you through work. I sense a protective spirit. I sense like a big brother kind of energy, you know, trying, not big brother like the government. I'm saying like a bigger brother, an older sister watching out all over you. They have a lot of responsibilities, work responsibilities in other directions, and so they are not always available to be there for you, but they're always there lurking, always there watching. Here is the next message. We have the Star again, so this is a big message for Aquarian energy or soulmate energy. So you're making the right direction, you're making a right change in the right direction. There's Aquarian energy coming in. So what you're looking for is not necessarily a formula of like a sign, hair color, you know, whatever. You're looking for your soulmate here. And I think you've accepted that fact. And maybe you've realized that you weren't looking for your soulmate before. Maybe you were looking for just a boyfriend or girlfriend, and now you're kind of setting sights on something more profound. 10 of Wands. So there's 10 of Wands here and 10 of Wands here. It just means, I have a feeling that over and over again, you're going to feel very overwhelmed by that fact, because you're going to be like, well, I spent so much time on other people. How am I going to find this person? But this person's already here looking at you. They're already there in the crowd, you know, somewhere out there, watching, lurking. I don't condone stalking. I mean lurking as in admiring. Okay. What is it? Kodak Black says, I'm not stalking, but I'm watching you from over here. I think he's so funny. He's a Gemini. Here is the next message. Okay, so this is the Brow Tele deck, and in the center I have a card from Colette Baron Reed's Spirit Animal Oracle. So why don't you guys take a look at the cards? So we have offering first. So someone, you know, polluted offers that cause delays. This coincides with the Hanged Man energy, the same one here. So there's definitely delays. And delays that are frustrating because there's a lot of things to do and they're distracting you from getting things done. So it's kind of both having to do a lot of things and then also having delays. And maybe this is why you became aware that this person was not good, because they really cost you some time and you were just like, nope, can't do it anymore. Gotta go, bye. So we have number 91, containing and preserving. So this person in some way was the closure of that lesson, the lesson that signing up for romance, just casual fun, is not leading you to where you want to be. And so this interaction was a representation of the fact that it was containing that concept and you were kind of putting it away now. The next message is the Stag Spirit, take the lead. Yes, girl. So I think this is actually saying that this person who's lurking, watching out for you, this is the good energy, the Magician. This person is overwhelmed, and in some way you have to kind of pick up the pace now. So it's not like you get to relax because somebody's watching out for you. You kind of have to also participate, take the lead, you know, be a participant in this energy. And so take the pressure off of them and pick up some responsibility yourself in the situation. Sagittarian card, Harmony. This is the card of Temperance, sorry. So slowly and surely, this is saying basically the soulmate is coming in. What I see is you racking your brain about how to solve it. And what this is saying is like, you should just let it happen. This person's already seen you in some way. If you haven't met them, if they're somewhere else, they've seen a vision that told them to start looking. There's some kind of synchronicity here. And you need to trust it. It's going to be fine. And then we have Thankfulness 101. So gratitude, thankfulness, get your work done. Don't weigh yourself down with worry, and don't run around frantically like, I've missed my soulmate, I wasted time on the wrong guy or the wrong girl, you know, no, they're coming in. That's what it's saying. And you need to take the lead on that. I think that you've been drawing on this person's energy a lot. Somebody has been helping you quite a lot. And I think that you need to kind of gather yourself, get yourself out of the house, and not figuratively, I mean, get yourself out of your protective bubble when you're ready to, and then go for it and trust that you haven't missed anything. You're on the right path. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. If you don't like this option, choose number 1 or 2. I also am going to do a 4th reading on the membership side of things. And that is going to be the reading that I would do for myself, because I changed the way that I'm going to do these now, because I didn't like choosing number 3 all the time, because that would mean that my energy goes into it, and then I felt like I was giving you guys bad luck. So if you dare see what I get and see if you get the same thing, if you want to choose number 4 and you're a member, then there's your bonus right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. And I'll give you guys that again. So like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. Yes.